Hi Slayers, it's Anne and I'm here to give you some paleo life hacks to keep costs down. Yeah, I'm trying something a little bit different today. Instead of writing for you, I'm going to give you some face. So, the first one, number one is plan grocery lists so that you don't get to the grocery store and then think, oh my god, that looks so good. That happens to me all the time. You need to make a budget and then see how far you can stretch it instead of just going and saying, well, that's paleo, that's paleo, that's paleo, and then getting to the checkout and being very sad. So, number three is eating out is going to happen. So, in order to minimize the, loss of value for when you go to places where you have to make a lot of substitutions in order to stick to your diet plan, find places that let you eat for full value. That means places that are going to serve things that are pretty much naturally paleo or have salads that really only need, to change the dressing or remove the corn or something like that. Now, I have found that for me, the best option when I don't know what to do or something comes up out of the blue is recommend a sushi place, because sashimi is totally paleo. Now, one of the things that I also keep in mind for my New York friends is there are places I have found that will serve you a good paleo meal, and there are three in different areas of the city that I'm going to recommend right now. The first one is called Who Kitchen. I've written a review and I'll link it below in the information. The Who Kitchen is basically the city's very first paleo restaurant. Now, it does have some things that are not, but it will always let you know if something is going to have grains or dairy in it, as opposed to you having to look for things that are naturally grain-free. So it is a great place to go. Again, read the review. That's down by Union Square. Then up in Midtown, there's a place called The Little Beat, and they are a gluten-free restaurant, I believe. And what they have is, the way that it works is you choose a protein, so some sort of meat that they're offering that day, and then sides. Now, there are some sides that are not strictly paleo, but there are a ton that are, so you can just go and get your meat and your sides, and you're on the go again. So that's excellent. Again, that's in Midtown, The Little Beat. The last one is kind of not what you'd expect. It's called Chirpin' Chicken, and it's a chicken place up on the Upper West Side, and that's sort of the same type of deal. You can order the half chicken or the quarter rotisserie chicken, and then you get some sides. They have really good baked sweet potatoes, mixed greens. Number four, eat what you make. You went to the trouble to buy all the groceries and make those meal plans, so don't just make all that stuff and then let it rot in the fridge while you go and eat out at all of the places I just mentioned for the whole week. Another thing is, number five, don't make paleo treats all the time. These ingredients are often expensive, so you definitely want to avoid doing that. I'll do it maybe once a month for a special treat, and I would recommend that to anyone else because it is nice to break things up, but buying all of those special ingredients can get sort of expensive, and that's on top of everything that are actually meals. Number six is buy the less desired cuts of meat if you're on a budget. So for instance, a chicken thigh is going to cost less than a chicken breast. You are going to be able to buy ground meat for less than you will be able to buy a strip steak or a really prime cut of meat. Number seven is buy in bulk. This especially goes for seasoning. So I'll buy actually like the big thing of olive oil. I'll buy the big thing of balsamic, the garlic powder, salt, because yes, it's more upfront, but it is a bigger value overall. Number eight, save time by cooking ahead. So I'll usually have one day a week where I do a major cook, and then that will last me for about, 5 to 7 days, all of that meat and everything that I made. So that makes room for those times when I go out. Again, I try to keep it to a minimum, but it does happen. And it also makes sure that all of those choices are already made. So I don't actually have to face down those demons every time I want a meal. Number nine, you should learn what you will actually eat and plan accordingly. It's very common in the beginning of the paleo lifestyle to say, well, I don't have to count calories and I can eat whatever I want as long as it's these things. And then you buy a veritable cornucopia of things and you go, nom, 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 nom. And then you say, oh my God, I couldn't eat anymore. And then you realize how much you actually had and that you'll never be able to finish everything by the time it should all go bad. Number 10, the last one, this is my recommendation from personal experience. Make sure that you keep some nuts and keep some like dried fruit on you. I find that as your body makes the switch, as my body made the switch from burning carbs first for energy and then protein to burning protein first as the main source of energy, I get sort of faint, I don't feel good, and if you're at a job where you're on the feet, as I am, then it's going to be a problem. So the last time I made the switch to paleo, I actually fainted at work a couple of times, and that was not super great. So I have done a few things this time around for my personal body that have made all the difference and made this feel like it will be pretty sustainable. And I've passed the point that I did, that all of these things sort of happened to me when I was doing it before. So that's good news for everyone. So I totally recommend keeping some nuts, some dried fruit with you, and also be nearby to a source of water, because if you start to have those feelings, if you pop some cashews and have some dried mango, have some water, take a few deep breaths, I'm usually fine, and the feeling of sort of queasiness goes away. Alright guys, if you enjoyed that or you have your own comments or paleo life hacks to share, please come and find us at facebook.com/Project Reroll, on the web at projectreroll.blogspot.com, or you can even follow us on Twitter at Project Reroll. Pretty simple. All right, see you around, Slayers.